hit my weights when I'm training for bench and 25 pounds heavier or more is a feat. So I think the most interesting thing about this video is, if you guys have the patience to watch it, is difference in genetics. I have terrible strength genetically and terrible ability to build muscle, but I have wide clavicles.
At our table, wishes do come true.
I forgot that was 105 or whatever.
115.
Jesus Christ.
Sharing is a must.
Is that what I felt like? Wait, 95?
Alright guys, so this is basically the highlight of the workout. I left a lot in the tank on bench, and the overhead press went down hardcore, so we'll start the voiceover here too. This overhead press is an exercise that when I met Devin in 2014, I remember telling Devin I couldn't do overhead press because when I got the bar below my eyes, I had a really horrible pain in my elbow, like someone was stabbing me with a needle in my elbow. And what was the cause of that? The cause of my elbow pain and my inability to overhead press was doing non-full range of motion isolation exercises, or isolation exercises in general. So the funny thing is, guys, if you haven't learned yet, isolation work doesn't really build muscle when compared to compound movements. And isolation work injures tendons and connective tissue much more than compound movements do, given that weight and volume is reasonable. If you train your compounds with reasonable weight and volume, you won't get injured in your joints unless you have a genetic problem or your form is awful. If you train isolation work with good form and you train it with good volume, it's still going to damage your connective tissue and joints over time. So the moral of the story is, if you want to train like me and Devin for 15 years, don't do isolation work and do compound work movements. And the funny part is the difference in our physiques genetically, natural pro, 30 pounds. Devin was out benching me as a 14-year-old. In my entire life, I've never been as strong as he was at 14 or 15, maybe it was. So guys, two different paths we've had to cross, but at the end of the day, when we've built our muscle, built our strength, you go back to compounds and you just keep going. And the isolation work is just a complete joke. So I hope you guys can take a little bit from this training session, but this was the PR of the day. 170 pounds, no leg drive, no knee bend, and it literally looks like 100 pounds less. So I was really happy with this. And if you're watching closely, you guys see people training seated shoulder press for this part of their delt, right? Which it doesn't stimulate that well and through a full range of motion. But the way I'm doing this is I'm stimulating the entire shoulder, my traps, my rhomboids, and my triceps. So what I just did here is more effective than an entire shoulder workout, because an entire shoulder workout you can't really progress on forever. You can't raise the weights.
Is this thing safe, Dev?
Yeah, for sure.
Bro? Wait, I'm gonna hit my head on the roof.
No, you're wrong. Just do a slow, controlled chin up, and then feel it out.
I'll hit it, but I'll be safe. I'll be easy.
Like, just go to chin level, right? Chin to the bar. Loyal.
Put my forehead on that bitch. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna throw you like a 5 next. Whatever. Got a drama queen over here.
I feel strong. The force you gotta generate to hit explosive, good, clean form triples with like weight that's relatively high towards your max is definitely a different animal than just
my lower back.
All right guys, so here we are hitting the typical RZ Fitness workout. Now we benched, we did overhead press, and this is the last exercise. So people try to ask me what my split is. My split is upper and lower. And what do I do on upper days? As many compounds as I can do. That's it. So today, because we went so hard on the overhead press, I knew to take it easy, go for a mini PR on the chins, and that was it. So basically, I did 3 sets with 235, a few working sets with overhead press, and a few working sets with pull-ups. So this workout was about less than 10 working sets, and it was the hardest workout of the year for my upper body. So it's just, I try to give this information and regurgitate it because I rather tell you guys this every time I make a video than once a week or once every few videos when no one else is really promoting this. So guys, if you're worried about arm size, bicep size, isolation work, splits, stop worrying about everything. Put 500 pounds on your compound lifts total, and you'll be bigger than you ever were on any program with any amount of food and any amount of supplements. It's just the way it goes. And as you can see, Devin and I have very developed backs. Me in particular, it's a genetic strong point. We basically honestly have everything developed for our genetics. We can't really add more size anywhere, but you'd think if we maxed out our potential, we probably figured out a good way to do it. And since we don't want to be going to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, killing it, hashtagging arm workouts, supplements and BCAAs, we don't want to do that for the rest of our life to maintain our size. So what do? We press, we squat, we bench, and that's it. And you get big, and you get strong, and you stay healthy. So I'll leave you guys with a little bit of posing, I guess. And I'm not sure where we're at in the video, but I went ahead and filmed Devin. And man, like I said, very proud of Devin. I have a lot of respect for him. I admire him a lot, his character, and the fact that he's one of the best bodybuilders and best lifters I know is really just a freaking awesome coincidence. All right, so not the best lighting, but Devin is. He's literally about a week out, a week and a day out. It's Friday after Thanksgiving. He competed a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, and about a month before that. So crazy. He did an NPC show, won, did a natural show, got robbed. It was really weird, but I just did a 45-pound PR with 45 pounds, and after all that, moving thousands of pounds, we're feeling it. We're feeling it, but man, it's not about overdoing it. It's just about doing everything you can on the right days. Today's the day. So guys, the most epic weighted pull-up I've seen in person. Devin hitting a 90-pound pull-up. I hit a 45-pound pull-up for a triple, so the weight of pulling isn't that far off. But Devin at 175 pounds can still out-pull me, and kind of by a lot, so crazy, crazy shit. Enjoy the posing, bras, and thank you. Alright, front lap. Alright, what do you want to do? What's your best pose?
Let's do a side crunch. Side chest? We need to do a side chest shit. Go to 4 rounds.
Alright, look at
The sound of classics.
Damn. Thanks, bro. Damn, bro. You guys are welcome. That was fucking epic. Too much pain, brah.
table.
Alright, so they're hitting some arm wrestling practice, barely, and there's no way I'm doing that. We watched some last night, and I kind of understood the difference between how I've arm wrestled in the past and real arm wrestling, but I just can't handle anything else taking up my recovery, which is why this is going to be one of the last videos I post, at least with any frequent basis. I really want to try to make more videos for you guys, but because I'm not actively training too many clients, I'm not actively trying to progress with my physique, and I'm not really trying to build my channel. I'm not really educating myself actively on all the things that are coming out with training, and I'm not really too involved in watching a lot of YouTube and stuff anymore. So my point is that I'm trying to go back to school. I'm trying to do a few things and moving, and it's going to be an interesting next 6 to 9 months. So to be consistent with videos would just not give me the time I might need to take care of myself or take care of work. So my point is, I don't know when I'll make another video, but I know I'll be editing this and watching this, and I'll see how I feel. But I'm not sure how the quality came out of this. Definitely strange to the camera now, but we did our best given the situation, and I'm glad I got footage for you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, bros. Deuces.